Hello, today we're in South Hadley, Massachusetts. We're going to go for a walk around this loop at the Stony Brook, Batchelor Brook Conservation Land. It's enormous, about 1 square mile. We've done one at the other access point, Route 47. We're going to do one at the town farm, and we're going to do one here. There's 3 big access points, all are parking lots, and all with nice access trails to get in. Lots of trails to walk on. So you're going to see quite a bit today. And you know, I hope you look at the trees when you come here, and the landscape, and lots of vegetation and plants, and of course lots of animals. Okay, anything you want to learn today?
Is there anything else we can expect to find?
Yeah, you're going to see the Connecticut River. You're going to see 4 signs that tell you about the geography there, put up by the town conservation department in order to help you learn even more. Right, so you can see a vast field here, and there's a big loop trail going around, and there's other trails that diverge off of it. We'll do the loop. It might take us about 10 minutes to get around. Over that way is the Connecticut River. Towards that way is the Batchelor Brook. Towards that way is the Stony Brook coming in at the marina. Part of this conservation land is on the other side of Ferry Street, but most, of course, on this side. Most of this land was given to South Hadley by Mount Holyoke College very recently, and they've developed it into this gravel trail, and they blazed other trails.
Yeah, exactly.
Hello. Alright, so there's going to be lots of animals you can see as you go around here. Lots of planted vegetation, of course, lots of vegetation that is not planted but wild. Okay, and there's our forest placard, our marker to help us learn about the area. And I believe I have pictures of all 4 of them on my website. There's also a bench here for you to rest upon. This one tells you the Batchelor Brook watershed. Alright, and how big it was. It goes all through Granby and into South Hadley, where it finally reaches into the Connecticut River. Alright, so there's 2 watersheds, so you should read this. The watershed for the Batchelor Brook is 31 square miles, which is fairly large. Okay, we're coming here on August late afternoon. In the distance, there's a mountain range. The one towards your left as you walk this trail is the Mount Tom range. The mountain you see closest to us on that range is called Mount Nonotuck. The one that's furthest away on that range is called Mount Tom. And then there is going to be another one visible on good days. That's the Mount Holyoke range. The mountain closest to us on a clear day would be Mount Holyoke. And that range extends, I believe, for about 15 miles. I can hear music. It's coming from a boat on the Connecticut River. Okay, behind those power lines, we're going to actually walk by there. There's a place you can add on to the walk in this extent. When you go on Route 47 and get off of Town Farm, you can come in from the Town Farm, which is near the gardens and the softball field, soccer field, and you can actually walk in this way on a wider trail. And then if you get on Route 47 a little further up to the north, there's a smaller put-in with a big staircase, and there's at least a 2-mile long loop going around there. Only go during dry seasons, because that path, it gets extremely wet. Okay, there's number 2, a bench. And what is this one can help you with? Batchelor Brook, home to native peoples. So it tells you about the natives of the area and the evidence for finding them, how they lived in this area. All right. And there was various groups that settled this area. Some very ancient and some, of course, were here even 400 years ago, and some stayed up even at 240 years ago. Now this trail right here is the one, if you want a long walk, you can reach out to Route 47 from this trail and also to the town farm. It has a Boy Scout made bridge along the way to get over one of the tributaries. So that's an important point. It's right past that second information board. Okay, and then finally the trail goes in to the woods here. And it's going to be very dark for a while. But inside of here, there's going to be another information board. There's going to be a place where you can see down into the delta that's being made by the Batchelor Brook. Yes, Batchelor Brook has a delta. It's very obvious as you look down into it. Okay, and finally we come out to where the Batchelor Brook starts to meander quite a bit. Okay, and you can see all this wetland, a lot of greenery, a lot of ferns. And this is a favorite space for a lot of people on the hike, because you get to see all this very quickly. Okay. So make sure in this little portion that's heavily covered with trees, you can, if you're a naturalist, you should stay here for a while. And if you like scenic value, this definitely has it. Okay, wonderful sights. And it's always dark back here, so sorry about that. And here's the information board, number 3, at the edge of okay, what does this one say? Okay, it says floodplain forest of the Batchelor Brook. Why are the floodplain forests important, and why are they talking about the green ash, the silver maple, right, and the cardinal flowers that grow in here? Okay, that and the Batchelor Brook starting to get wider. Definitely the floodplain. Okay, now soon we're going to come out. We're halfway done now. Tiffy, that's my Tiffy baby. And finally the light. So it's not nighttime, it's just you're in a heavily wooded area. Okay, you can see farmlands, former farmland around here. they do try to maintain it still so it doesn't grow too wild. Now in the back here, behind those power lines, I promised you that there was another loop, and yes, if you feel ambitious, you can walk that other loop back here. It goes right over there, and you can see all the floodplains and the meanders that the Batchelor Brook would have. And to get there, you take this trail that branches off onto the right here. I've taken that a few times. Okay, so do that on your own. And so we're in the home stretch. Finally, we're heading backwards. And I know there's two more information boards, so there's 5 total. And we're also going to be along the Connecticut River. Hello. Okay, information board number 4 is here. Again, I have a bench here, and they talk about freshwater mussels that were found in this area, including the yellow lampshade mussel, which is found a couple places inside the Hoyle Canal system also. Then they talk about the eastern elliptial, which is found in the Connecticut River, and they talk about the alewife floater. All right, and I told you there's going to be lots of information about wildlife, and so what do you expect here? Mussel. Now that, of course, is in the river, and the river is only about, I would say from this point, about 80 feet to, but there's only one trail, and the trail is right beyond the last information board. Some nice flowers here. Some of this is native species, some is invasive species. Here's a bunch of beautiful yellow flowers. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Okay, and this land is also has the Mount Hoyok boathouse where they launch their competitive boats out onto the Connecticut River to practice and to compete. The only input is down this trail right here at the last, the 5th of the information boards, right, about 80 feet to the Connecticut River. Okay, and here's the last information board. Okay, it's on dragonflies. And it tells you about the skillet clubtail and the arrow clubtail and the floodplain forest. Okay, so a lot of wonderful things, and you see in the distance the end, and they also have a portion of it fenced off because it belongs. That portion belongs to Mount College. So we're at the very end, and so what we'll do is say goodbye.